Shout out to modern technology and unlimited data plans. Yo, I did a 24-minute live. Man, it got real deep. I look, it's only 8 minutes on there. I check my internet connection. Yo, it's still blinking like Christmas lights. I don't know what Comcast on, dog, but it was horrible timing. Just, man. Anyway, so I said what I said. I said a lot of stuff that y'all didn't even get to hear. But here's the issue. Here's what y'all guys don't get, because y'all black and shit, right? If a dude will turn on you, alright, they even tell you why, yeah, I did say why he turned on me. Over a bitch, right? Over me not accepting just anything from a bitch. And just to turn around 5 years later and be a SYSBM nigga. So you called all these niggas coons in order because you was trying to play, and then turn around and you don't even fuck with the black women. Really, nigga? Like, let me tell you what ends up happening, bro. This is what happens. And I don't know how much of the stream y'all got, but I was breaking it down to Marcus Garvey. I was breaking it down to security nigga that got Fred Hampton killed. That really wasn't this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'll break down all that shit. And it comes down to this. Y'all think y'all black. But black don't mean shit. GDs and Vice Lords both black, but you ain't gonna fuck with going Terrortown or Motown with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'll go down Motown, they throwing down the pitchforks. I ain't even got no hat on. I'll be in the car with my mama, nigga. They ain't give a shit. Cause they their tribe. If Blackstone they tribe, then that's how they ride. Jason Black comes on this motherfucker. He don't give y'all shit. He asked y'all for $10 at a time. Has he given y'all $10? The other person that one of the other top 5 coons on Twitter, which is amazing to me because I'm not even on Twitter, was Vince Carthane. Me and Vince talked about this at the time it happened, right? Let me tell you about Vince, man, since y'all ain't seen it in the video. Vince Carthane got to be about 60, bro. If he ain't 60, he close to it. He a dude from Detroit, man. He done watched his grandmother, his mother, his aunts, his sisters, his brothers' wives, his nieces, all turn on motherfuckers. Turn on the motherfuckers they need. I watch that shit. I watch my mother do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And because he decided to get a Vietnamese wife, all of a sudden he's a top 5 coon. What? Really? But whole time, every time I talk to Vince, he's supporting some black man's business. He's bought our soap. You know what I'm saying? Offered me a white label deal to send soap down to St. Petersburg where he at so he can move our product in Florida. Has Jason Black ever supported your t-shirt shop? He give you some game. He making y'all strong, independent men. Y'all, for real. Y'all might as well move like that. Y'all might as well, I don't need no man. Y'all might as well do that. Because that's how he's setting y'all up, right? He's setting y'all up in such a way that you may independently get money. Money's cool, but money ain't everything. Money ain't power. You can have $1 million right now. I've been saying this for years, but right now is a perfect example. You can have $1 million and one pandemic away, you're no longer a millionaire, right? But it's a nigga in Parkway Gardens that can't buy a $5 bag of weed that can get you killed. Who got power? You got the power of life and death. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let this dude influence y'all. And once again, man, like, this is what really pissed me off. And this is why I'm doing this shit. I remember an old Jada Kiss lyric. Like, man, the older I get, I see niggas kill you quick over a girl than over a brick. That's what's going on, bro. It's dudes across you, and then 3 years later, be like, yo, he was right. Look at anybody who ever did the deed, right? Look at the dudes who set up Marcus Garvey and got him exiled from America, put holes in his boat. Before they died, they apologized. Said, man, they shouldn't have done that. Marcus Garvey was a visionary. But they didn't see the vision because they scared. They scared of what girls would think. They wanted a couple of dollars for a girl. That's the only reason niggas want money, for a girl. If it wasn't for girls, if it was just free, niggas live in a box or just follow their passions. They were afraid of the feds. It wasn't even no feds then. It was just afraid of the police. Like, what would these white people do to me? The same shit they was doing to you before he made the movement. Nigga, fuck you mean? You look at the dudes who killed Malcolm. They in jail apologizing. Like, man, we shouldn't have done that shit. We killed the movement. You look at the dude that worked security for Fred Hampton. As soon as that happened, he went on a lam. Was scared. He was like, man, he was really apologetic. But it's too late now. That's the same shit Jason Black does to any dude that he thinks has any type of semblance of moniker of leadership. I mean, this is slave shit, bro. This is slave management shit. Y'all say we all on the same team, but we only on the same team as long as y'all just the listeners and not the speakers. Because if you ever follow Jason Black and was a better Jason Black than Jason Black, he'll try to bring you down. If y'all can't recognize a snake in the grass, that's cool. And it's not the fact that I wouldn't work with them, because I work with snakes in the grass all the time. Matter of fact, I prefer it. I prefer it. I prefer dealing with Jews because I know they don't like me. But they're going to play me fair. Because they know, man, if anything happens, everything going to go down. Because y'all ain't got no structure. It's not like you going to the mob and the mob front you some work. You know what I'm saying? Out of obligation, but you know you're going to get violated if you don't bring it back. Y'all deal with friends and family, and they're the worst motherfuckers. They never pay, or they short. They never on time. They always got an excuse because they got a personal connection to you. It's better to work with motherfuckers that you really don't give a fuck about because they going to play fair, or whoever got the strongest hand going to be on some get down or lay down shit. And I ain't going at gunpoint. I proved I wasn't going at gunpoint, literally, real life. So I don't mind working with him, but he going to have to give me a public apology. The same way that he did a public condemnation, the same way that he shitted on me and Vince and the other 3 dudes that was just ahead of our time, that he came 4-5 years later to recognize that we were right. But man, that's some internet shit. That's just the war of public opinion. If it was some street shit, then it'd be another Malcolm, Marcus, Fred situation where motherfucker, oh my God, I'm trying to follow. Because man, these niggas steal a whole stilo from me, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a, oh my God, I'm going to go off the last tenet of what that wise man said because I didn't see it at the time, but I see it now. So all the shit he's saying now, when y'all on the same page, oh, we're on the same page because he caught up to me, but I'm on something else already now that I don't even talk to y'all about. So goddamn it, man, when I'm on this tribe shit, I'm on something else already. So he's still stuck on the shit I was on then. I've been talking about Banks. I've been talking about feed the pack, feed the tribe, feed the block. I've been on that shit. He still ain't on that shit. He's still on some get on your feet and start a family, black man. A family of what? Where's your structure? Where's your infrastructure? Girls fuck the winner. Are you a winner? As a group, are you a winner? Individually, you might win. As a group, are you winners? No. You know what I'm saying? When you form a tribe, a clique, a pack, a crew, whatever the case may be, then you don't have to worry about that. Y'all, he's still working on y'all dick emotions. Get this money, get a girl. He's still working on dick emotions. If you want a good girl, go out of the country, dick emotions. Nigga, let me tell you something, dog. I'm in cliques, right? If I yell alpha right now, if I yell alpha, nigga, it'll be a alpha sweetheart or a kappa sweetheart. Give me some pussy. If I yell Mason, it'll be an Eastern Star that would give me some pussy, but they all fat. I'm cool. When I was GD, it was girls just walk up to me like, I just want to fuck you so I could be an SOS sister. When you establish your tribe, you ain't got to worry about the pussy. The pussy just follows the tribe. So even his message is strong, independent man bullshit. At the end of the day, bro, I'm good, really. Like, I be frustrated because I thought toddlers were adults. I mean, that was my frustration. I was talking to motherfuckers my same age, but they had absolutely no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Like, I was just speaking foreign. And then when they did figure it out 6 months to 3 years later, they like, well, man, okay. A perfect example. And I'm not shitting on Sarita, right? We gonna make our peace. But it's made a comment on the post I made earlier, like, whatever I did to you, that was in the past, I moved on. I don't give a fuck about you moving on. Because that's what people do. They make a collateral damage. And this ain't about her. I'm just using an example. You move on after you fuck up. Because if you didn't fuck it up, you wouldn't have to move on, right? Section 8 chicks is like locusts. They go from neighborhood to small town to community, fuck up everything, and then like, it's fucked up over here. And take their voucher and move somewhere safer so they can fuck that up and then move somewhere safer. And they never turn back to the place they fucked up. I remember when Riverdale wasn't bad. I remember when Dalton wasn't bad. I remember when Cal City wasn't bad. I remember when Inglewood was all families. They bought from white people. But motherfuckers come through, fuck up shit, and then move on and be like, I moved on. You still on that shit? Motherfuckers still there. Niggas living in real time. Fuck you mean move on? And you ain't even move on your dime. I'm straight. I'm fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm intelligent, articulate, handsome, athletic, dick like this. You know what I'm saying? Get hella girls. I honestly, on a personal level, I'm straight. The problem is that societally, now can I trust my neighbors? Right? Do I have a tribe in which I feel safe when my kids go outside to be like, yo, not only will they be safe, but they gonna be looked out for like, yo, that's Oak Boy right there. Yo, get a little nigga. I don't want to make it a menace to society. Anyway, somebody called me. All right, so I mean, it's just simple as that, right? Do I live in a community in which, cause do I have to get a Mexican girl to be able to raise a kid? Cause everybody is strong, independent, single mama. They take that shit as pride. Do I live in a community where motherfuckers value family? And how do you expatriate that, right? How do you make motherfuckers? How do you convince women to give men custody of the kids so she stays with the man and she picks better men? Because if she gets it, then it don't matter what the fuck they do, because nothing happens to a toddler. Take the kid, get a house. Leave her husband, get some money. You know what I'm saying? So how do you set up something that's functional for everybody? That's the key. That ain't no Jason Black shit. Now, we can talk about that. We can have that conversation. But personally, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I get pussy. Girls get abortions. Because, you know, it don't make me no difference. I don't even pay for the abortions. I ain't paid for the shit. I probably been through damn near 20 of them. I ain't paid for one since 1994. I don't give a shit. Look, but at the end of the day, I shouldn't have to talk to my neighbors like we just did when this pandemic started. I shouldn't have to go to my neighbors and say, yo, if niggas come on this block, we gonna fire everybody. Because I know if they come to your house, they gonna come to my house next. So man, just as a block, as a 2-block radius, you know what I'm saying, our block and the block behind us who share alley with, like, yo, let's take care of each other, man. Cause goddamn man, who gonna come after you? Other neighbors. Cause crime is by proximity, right? I shouldn't have to go through that. I should be like my man that was down there in Nevada. I can't think of his name. The little white dude who was like, he grabbed his neighbors and went to war against the ATF, my nigga. Where my ATF, FBI, let's ride militia at? That's what keeps you safe, right? Everybody got pistols, ain't nobody shoot each other. As a matter of fact, shit, the motherfucker that had the pistol, they made that nigga run for mayor. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? My thing is to build a tribe and let that tribe build a community. My thing is when I talk to y'all and I do these videos on tribal laws and all that, I'm teaching y'all how to get money from the state to start your own schools instead of protesting the fact they're closing your schools. The Mexicans don't give a fuck. They got OLA. The Chinese don't give a fuck. They getting public school money to teach their Chinese classes. It's out there for you, but yeah. Y'all listen to liberal ass teachers tell you how they need a raise in order to babysit your kids because you don't really want your kids. Then, man, how do you get out your taxes? How do you build a community? You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a perfect example. The projects is sitting on maybe 20 acres of land. Stateway Gardens, 20 acres of land, 160 units. Bro, how much is their property tax? How did they get out of paying that property tax? You know what I'm saying? How do they get funded for taking less money than the apartments is worth? Them $800 apartments, they paying $16 a month. So not only are you not paying property tax, you're not even paying the rent. So how are they maintaining that? It's a way to go around that. You could build an entire community of people that are in your tribe. I don't even give a fuck what they look like you, bro. They just got to share the same ideology. You can build a whole community of people that's in your tribe and have the same type of rules that Section 8 had. That, you know what I'm saying? Can't no man live in the house. You can turn that shit right back around and be like, yo, shorty, we live in a beautiful gated community, but you can't come to this motherfucker unless you do X, Y, Z. Man, people move with the movement, man. But it's a whole movement. It's a trickle. I damn this sounded like Reagan says, it's a trickle down effect. But it is though. It's throwing a pebble in the water and the ripples go out. If I'm the pebble, I'm still good. But what the ripples gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes who come out here and they talk about that SYSBM shit. And I really hate that shit. Because it's really grown ass black men who's depending on other men of other cultures to raise a functional chick. Nigga, what? If you don't choke a bitch, look. To create that culture is to create the bylaws of that culture. This is what's acceptable. This is what's not acceptable. All the way down to this is the way you tilt your hat. You know what I'm saying? This is the logo of your clique. Whatever it is, you can break it down to the most infinitesimal thing. Codes, special handshakes, special hand knocks to be part of your culture when you have a tribal culture. But black ain't a tribe. Black is what niggas say when they want to worship a bitch. I've never heard nobody pro-black say, you know what? As a pro-black, we're going to start a farm system. I said this shit 7 years ago, in 2014, 15, because I got shot October 2015. 2014, 2015, man, check my resume. I'm telling them motherfuckers, look, we mentoring in elementary school, 7th and 8th graders. I'm going to groom these little niggas. By the time the 2018 election come through, you only got to be 18 to be an alderman. Man, I'm going to set up motherfuckers in every fucking community. And man, we going to make our kids aldermen. If we get 26 kids as an alderman, man, we run the city. Because I don't give a fuck who the mayor is. They can do a filibuster. We're going to have to do a farm system, though, so they are people. Because y'all don't even know who y'all aldermen are. I just found the most popular nigga in high school and make him a man. And he come back and listen to the tribunal. I don't hear that shit from them. I don't hear none of that shit. Like, yo, we gonna farm it out. We gonna grow them out. I hear a lot of black women talking about after school programs and a lot of black men talking about black men need to protect black women who don't need to respect them. But I ain't never seen a motherfucker say, check this out, man. We need to make this motherfucking move. Don't, just because a motherfucker say ask instead of ask, dog. The articulation ain't shit. I'm not even saying dude a bad dude, but I'm saying he the nigga that'll put a hole in the boat and then he'll do exactly what y'all niggas doing right now. Think about Malcolm X. Malcolm had so much growing to do. Martin was growing too at time of his death, but Martin got killed by a cracker. Look at Martin. I mean, look at Malcolm. Y'all still living off the last words of Malcolm. Y'all still living off his speech, the ballad or the bullet. You know how many more speeches that man had? You know how many more ideologies that man had? You know the growth that man was going through because he was a trailblazer. Killed a trailblazer. Right? So now the trail ends where the trailblazer ended. And 60 years later, niggas still yelling the ballad or the bullet. 100 years later, niggas still trying to do what Marcus Garvey did in the 1910s. The 1910s. I'm talking about penny stocks in 2016. He was selling penny stocks for the Black Star ships in 1908. This ain't nothing new. You got to go back to the beginning to get to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hear that shit. I don't hear that shit from nobody. A lot of motherfuckers that y'all follow. I told my mans the other day, I said, man, my two favorite YouTubers when it comes down to talking that talk is Chronicles of Judah. I like that dude, low key. And Tommy Sotomayor. And people say, why Tommy Sotomayor, man? He's a misogynist. He's whatever. He's a coon, whatever. Okay, cool. I give you that. But he's honest with what he is. I can believe the honesty. I believe he hates himself. I believe he has daddy issues. I believe he loves women, but it comes out as hate because he wants them to be better, but he can't articulate it. He's authentically him. It doesn't matter if I agree with him or not. What matters is I know what I'm getting. This nigga Jason Black, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm getting, bro. He is my 1994 short body Caddy Eldorado. That's what that nigga is. You have no idea what I'm talking about. I bought a 1994 Chevy Eldorado, right? Clean as a motherfucker, my nigga. Clean as shit. 16-inch spokes. It's 1994. 16-inch spokes. Pull-out radio, leather and wood, vinyl top. Sick with it. If you saw me lean on that car, man, I look like Money Mitch off Paid in Full. Let me tell you something. The body was nice. That motherfucking engine knocked like the DOC. And the transmission was so bad I couldn't go 30. I never get a speeding ticket in that car. I just be down the street trying to bump the music because that motherfucker just so the engine sound like it's part of the bass. It was nothing under the hood. It just looked good. That's what he remind me of. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he don't have value. It's not that he don't say the shit that he said. I've been saying that shit he's saying now what I said 4 years ago. Now I'm on something all the way different. And motherfuckers just catching up saying that shit. He's still learning how to be a him. Y'all gave that nigga too much pub before he was a him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what I say, right? It really doesn't matter what I say. Y'all be like, man, we shitting on girls. I really don't. I be like, yo, y'all just do goofy shit. And honestly, they know they do goofy shit. That's why they be like, not all, because they know it's goofy shit. And they still call me gay, and they still fuck me, then delete me on Facebook. But I still get the pussy, because all pussy was all he was offering. If they was offering something better, then they would listen to what I was saying. And the ones that listen, they offer something better. You know what I'm saying? It's a hit dog holler thing. But it don't affect me none, because shit, clear the herd, right? The whole thing is, I know I'm Oak. If you've ever been around Oak, you know Oak is real comfortable being Oak. Oak fought real hard to be Oak. Oak was a little kid. I don't want to be Edna's grandson. I'm Oak. It started off as kid. My uncles used to crack jokes like, look at the kid. And I'm like, I'm not a kid. I'm a boy. A kid is a baby goat. And then I was like, I'm not even a boy. I'm Oak. I'm not Edna's grandson. I'm not Steven's son. I'm not Shireen's little brother. I'm not Shorty folks. I hated Shorty folks. I'm Oak. Remember my name. If you're going to take my money, remember my name. I was comfortable being Oak. Way before social media started. To the point that, man, I tried to adjust Oak to social media, but fuck it. Because I wouldn't talk to y'all niggas in real life anyway. Most of y'all ain't come outside. So I'm Oak. Y'all gave Jason Black a slot as Jason Black, the internet sensation, before Jason knew who Jason was. Y'all growing with this nigga, going through the mistakes with this nigga that other motherfuckers who actually live life already been through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still trying to find the flaw, right? So a motherfucker give you some game, some real life shit, boom, and you be like, yo, homie, that's some real life shit, but there might be a unicorn. There might be a way around it. No, it's not. There's no way around this, dog. 2 + 2 is 4. I don't care if you reverse the numbers. 2 + 2 is 4. Put one at the top, one at the bottom. 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I'm saying? It don't change 2 + 2 being 4. And people will sit here if they whole belief system, because it's all feelings. If their whole belief system was 2 2s is 22, and you like, nah, bro, you got to add them, dog. It's a plus sign right there. 2 + 2 is 4, and they will argue because it goes against intrinsically what they are until they break out of that and admit to themselves, you know what? 2 + 2 is 4. It's not 22, and y'all going through that process with them. But I've been to it was 4, because I don't fight the system. I don't buck the process. I have fucked with some of the greats and been in the passenger seat, and they like, how did you even get in the passenger seat? Because I had a thirst for learning. And it's a lot of intelligent guys out here that have a thirst for learning. I had a thirst for learning. I wanted to learn about girls. I didn't ask a girl. Nigga, you don't ask fish how to catch them. You ask a fisherman. So when I was interested in girls, I used to hang with pimps. Because who knows how to get girls like a pimp? You know what I'm saying? When I wanted to learn about money, I used to hang out with bankers to a point, honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I used to do check scams and shit, money wires, all type of shit. So I used to hang out with bankers so I could learn their job, so I can go to the bank tellers when I did my licks and tell the bank teller her job so she felt comfortable giving up the money, even though I probably ain't even had no real ID. But I sounded the part because I knew what I was talking about. I had to know their job better than they knew their job in order to get away with the cable. You feel what I'm saying? While I'm still fucking with niggas that's talking about, man, you running in the bank. What about the cameras? What about the motherfucking cameras? If you don't pull a pistol, they gonna erase the camera tape. It wasn't digital then. They had a tape they kept for a week. By the time the check come back, niggas gonna be a week. You good. Nigga ate off that shit for a long time until the Patriot Act. Because I had to know my shit better than you knew your shit. This is no different. When I speak on something, when I speak on banking, when I speak on housing agencies, when I speak on education, when I speak on anything, it's because I know the job better than the people who do the job. It doesn't mean that I can do the job. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that I know the job, right? There's 3 different type of coaches, right? There's ones that never played the game, which is like Black out in Boston, never played the game, or what's his name, Spurrier, whatever the coach in Miami Heat is, never played the game. Great coaches, never played the game. But they'll kill you on NBA Live, but they never actually played the game. The second type of coach is people who played the game, but they didn't excel. So that's how you get the Phil Jacksons, the what's my man name who used to coach the Spurs? I can't think of that man's name, and he's a legend too. Or you know what I'm saying? Or you fit. Or Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue was not a star. And goddamn right, Rich. True to yourself, you'll be true to the game, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Tyronn Lue was never a star. Tyronn Lue was only known for getting stepped over by Allen Iverson. But he turned out to be a championship coach. So that's the second type. Popovich, you're absolutely right, Tucson. Good luck looking out. Pop was never a star. He played, but he was never a star. And then you have people who were stars, and they're not always the best coach. Every once in a while, you'll get a Sloan or a Larry Bird or a Tomjanovich. You know, so Tomjanovich was a good player, by the way, before he became a coach of the Rockets. So every once in a while, but those are normally people that stars based on fundamentals. Those are not the Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, flashy people. Those are people that just master the fundamentals, and then they teach the fundamentals at an accelerated level to their pupils. But it's only 3 types of coaches. You know what I'm saying? Those who play, those who didn't, those who excelled. Now, I realize that when you're an excellent player, you're a horrible coach. So maybe my style of coaching isn't palatable for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a motherfucker that was just looking at the game from the outside or played a little bit, but not to an accelerated level, they make better coaches. You get the Jason Blacks, who don't know. They know what they know, but they don't know who they are. It's a big difference. To know what you know is one thing. To know who you are is something else. Right? Because you got to be comfortable in yourself, right? Because no matter where I go, there I am. I'm oak no matter where I go. You know what? You know what? Here's the thing. Perspective does create your approach. But it creates your approach to what game are we playing? Let's be real about this, Joe. Because I like you too. I like you, bro. We're going to have to vibe. We're going to have to connect one day. But what game are you playing? Are you playing the game of life? Or are you playing the video game? Feel what I'm saying? Social media is the video game. Social media is where you go to perfect strangers and try to placate their emotions so you can go in their inbox and ask them for some shit. It doesn't matter what you asking for, but that's what it is. Nah, it's not any game, bro. I can be a star, and I have been a star. I can play sports not now, I'm old, but in my day, I could play sports at an accelerated level. If I play basketball, I'll never be past the 3rd pick, and that's because the first 2 is just tall niggas. I ain't number 5'9", 5'10", so they gonna get the 6'6" niggas first just cause. But I'll always play. I'll never be calling next on basketball. I'll always play football. Those are my sports. However, right now, there's some 10-year-old kid that can beat me in 2K Live and in Madden. He can kill me in video games, but the nigga can't play a sport in real life. Couldn't catch a ball if I threw it to him underhand. It's different games. The social media game is a whole different game than the real life game. Whole different game. You know what I'm saying? In real life, I just rush a girl. Damn near some man, shorty. You know what it is, man. Goddamn man, we going to IHOP, grab her by the wrist, nigga. Let's go. And social media, too many options. Motherfuckers, hey, how you doing, queen? It's a totally different game, totally different approach. You know what I'm saying? Me being comfortable with me in whatever setting it still has to be the setting for you to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different game. People specialize in different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta fit your lane and pick your lane. But you can't online shop and try on the clothes. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just different, bro. It's just a different situation. Not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that, man, either you adapt to the game or you make the game adapt to you. How great are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking awesome, bro. I'm everything a motherfucker ever wanted their kid to be except 6'2" or taller, dog. Intelligent, articulate, pretty handsome. You know what I'm saying? Got hella swag. Always got a hat to match my shirts. I'm alright. Look, at the end of the day, it's not about. It's about the game that you taught. If I'm taught real life, if I'm taught how to hit the block, how to communicate with people, how to sell to people, how to articulate, how to be better than all my competitors, to be so competitive. One of the greatest things my grandmother told me when I was young was, when you're a black boy, you have to be 3 times better than everybody else. So you have to work 3 times harder, be 3 times smarter to get the same results as white boys get. Now, my grandmother was born in 1919, so I understand that she's coming from a historical perspective, but she still instilled that in me. So I know I'm better than people because I worked hard to be better than people. But if all things are equal, oh, no doubt, bro, no doubt. When it relates to people, though, dog, when the field is even, right? Social media in general is an even playing field, right? That's why I say IG is who you are and Facebook is who you want to be. When it's an even playing field, you have to go out here and be the best of the regulars. You have to be the best typer. I used to fuck with this girl, Kendra. I ain't gonna say her last name, I ain't gonna put her on Front Street. But Kendra couldn't read, talk, or spell to save her life. But she made the most eloquent Facebook post because spell check. I fuck with aspiring rappers / models / singers / strippers. Every post is about how good of a wife they are. But the whole time the bitch fucking me, another nigga, and a married dude. Dude, social media shit, it's a whole different type of game. And all it is a game. You know what I'm saying? Look. I digress. All I'm saying is just to stick to the point. You guys want a centralized power. You guys want all of whoever y'all think is affluential or influential to get along. Y'all want all men to be in some type of union. Nigga, Larry Hoover left Jeff Ford and David Boxdale because he had to make his own thing, and he was qualified to do so, right? D'Angelo, people sleep on D'Angelo. Four corner hustler D'Angelo grabbed a rocket launcher, was gonna blow up Harrison and Kersey police station because they kept putting work on niggas, and they painted that man as a terrorist just for 3-4 years later for him to come back, for him to be reconstituted as a patriot once they found out that, you know what I'm saying, that Burke them was putting work on people and putting murders on people. Then all of a sudden, Angelo seemed like a patron saint. Motherfuckers let fear craft their perception of real pioneer shit. Real pioneer shit. Larry Hoover probably is the best politician I ever saw in my life. That 21st century vote shit, had Gator Bradley not brought down the mob, would have changed Chicago. Me too in a farming system with these kids to make them aldermen is really off the shoulders of that 21st century vote shit. If I had to be able to talk to anybody, I wouldn't want to talk to Obama ass. I want to talk to Jeff Ford. How were you 15 years old and mobilizing an entire crew that became international? I'll talk to Larry Hoover. How did you make a hand sign so potent that People in Japan fly to O'Hare Airport and do the pitchfork challenge. White boys is getting married throwing up pitchforks with the groom party. How did you do that, sir? How did you move the movement? This ain't about no being pro-black shit. They just happen to be black, but they was pro-man shit. Every time y'all talk about accelerated shit in the world, you talking about only men matter, dog. I know as women gonna hit a feed. I don't give a shit. Look, only men matter. Y'all just empower these chicks. When you talk about culture, you only talk about the men. When you talk about the gas stations and liquor stores, you only talking about Arab men. There's Arab women that exist. You don't talk about them. When you talk about laundromats and Chinese restaurants, you talk about Asian men or old ass Asian couples. When you talk about Mexicans, what you talk about? Landscaping, roof repair, auto repair, men. The only motherfucking people who let their women have a voice to say the goofiest shit imaginable is niggas, because they hiding behind dresses. And any dude that peeks from behind the dress and say, yo, this some goofy shit, I don't want to wear a dress. I'm on my Dave Chappelle act. I don't want to wear a dress. All of a sudden, he becomes the enemy of the state because matriarchy. Because if y'all don't even understand how deep this Stockholm syndrome shit goes. Once you operate in a place that you don't need acceptance, you just need respect, then all of a sudden, man, everybody's looking at you like, what's crazy? Okay, I'm going to tell you about respect. Hold on, I need a square for this. Hold on. I'm about to tell y'all about how disrespectful this shit is. And hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Oh, no wonder I ain't had no square. Alright, so check this out. I didn't realize how disrespectful this whole black shit was until I started dating interracially, right? Used to travel. This is like the MySpace, Black Planet, Tag, Yahoo 360 years, right? Mid 2000s, right? I started traveling the nation, fucking random hoes. That's what I was doing. That's my entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I smoke squares, but I don't smoke weed. I don't drink beer. I don't do nothing. I just drink coffee, smoke squares like an old ass man. And this is what I peep, right? Every man has a look, right? It's a man problem, dog. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Every man has a look, right? It's called the look. It's the look that makes kids just sit down and shut up, right? Like, you only have to say nothing to your kid. And they just be like, yo, dad tripping. I'm gonna sit down, right? It's the same look that you give men before you fight them, right? That, dude, you got me fucked up. Better chill. Next thing you say, come out your mouth, I'm gonna hit you. But you ain't got to say none of that shit. Just give them the look, right? Now, this is what I peep in my travels of interracial dating, right? I was out. This is both in Iowa, and because I stayed in Waterloo, Iowa for a minute, stayed in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a minute. What I noticed is that when the girls irritated me, I gave them a look, right? The same look you give your kids, right? That sit down look. And they would sit down. I traveled to Dallas, Fort Worth. And I was messing with this Puerto Rican girl, who's still my Facebook friend, by the way. Beautiful girl. And she brought things into perspective for me. So she was saying, actually, she wasn't even doing no rah-rah shit. She had a 4-year-old son that was out of his motherfucking mind, and she couldn't control him. And I gave her the look, because she was, validating the fact that her kid was just reckless. And I gave her the look, and she walked off, bro. I'm in Fort Worth with her. I'm at her crib. And she walked off, bro. Comes back 30 minutes later. See the Rapids? I ain't never do see the Rapids. I used to go through to get to Waterloo. But anyway, so Shotty walk off. She come back 30 minutes later. And I'm like, Shorty, where you go, whatever. She said, you gave me a look. And I immediately knew that what that look meant. Because that's the same look my dad gives me. So I just let me sit down and wait for him to calm down, and I'll come back and we'll revisit this. And when she said that, I started thinking about the white chicks from Ypsilanti, the white chicks from Iowa, the white chicks And the Native American chicks from South Dakota. Badass Native American chicks, bro. Bad. They want to be white girls, but they bad. Anyway, and then I thought about it. I said I've been giving this look my whole life. Right? My whole life. I give it to niggas on the street. They be shutting up like, damn, big homie, you tripping. And they just chill. I give it to girls or other races. They just chill. I give it to white boys when they irritate me at the call center, wherever I'm working. And they chill. Everybody respects the look, knowing what comes after the look. Black girls give you the look. You get them the look and they look at you like, nigga, who you looking at like that? Do you know how disrespectful that is, bro? Do you know how disrespectful for a motherfucker to know that you about to take it there and they match your masculinity? They match your intensity? What's nurturing about that? What's feminine about that? What's calming about that? So now, when you have somebody who's preaching about relationships instead of preaching about tribalism, preaching about structure, preaching about infrastructure, teaching you how to create your infrastructure. I know people don't want to hear that shit because but that's what they do. You don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen to Byron Allen on why he's going against Comcast. All you know is he got a white wife. You don't watch how Kobe Bryant has to put more kids through school than a motherfucker. You just know he got a Armenian wife or whatever she is. Because motherfuckers concentrate on the bottom level. Y'all don't judge. Being a black man, that's why I had to give away that goofy ass black shit. Being a black man is being judged off a bitch. Why did y'all vote for Obama? Because he had a black wife. Y'all ain't had no policy, no structure, no history of voting. All motherfuckers said was, he got a black wife, he got black kids, I'ma vote for him. No knowledge of his background or his stance on anything. I'm listening to people say it. I'm listening to women say, oh, he got a black wife. I watch how people treat LeBron James. He got a black wife. Every time somebody pop up with a black chick, they judge the man based on the chick. Every single time. If you a married black man, and motherfuckers will listen, so they can try to fuck your husband, but they'll listen. If you a single black man, you must not know shit because you ain't got a bitch. Or if you a single black man and you be like, yo, I'm cool on that shit, and they think you fuckable, you the enemy. If I was ugly, would nobody give a shit? Would nobody give a shit? They be like, that ugly ass nigga can't get no pussy. It's the fact that I get pussy and still be like, yo, what else you got? This some bullshit. These some toddlers, bro. They ain't got nothing but the panani. Then motherfuckers like, oh my God, I'm so much more than that. Really? Really? When you live in a matriarchal culture, dog, it's always gonna be backwards. And if a man is trying to tell you to stay within the matriarchy, but be a man within the matriarchy, here's how goofy that is. Okay, I'm gonna make a totem pole, right? Like the Indians, right? This the base, my Newport box. This is the middle. This is the top. Right? So, in your mind, the Newport box is men, right? The remote control is kids. The water is women. In men's mind, it's man at the bottom. Kids come before them because of the woman, right? In women's mind, it's like this. Men still at the bottom, but women on top, because everything about her kids, right? Even though they really don't give a fuck about their kids. And then she right there, because she needs to control the top and the bottom. You know what I'm saying? What is below is also above, right? Now, functional is man, woman, child, but you can't get that type of function because that's patriarchy. And patriarchy is misogynism or toxic or some goofy shit. But then you go somewhere else, you make $10,000 just to be an American, because you know feds don't even look for you under 10,000. You make $10,000 to be an American, and other people show you respect, and other people show you assistance, and other people show you how to take that 10 and flip it to 30. Then all of a sudden, you on Jason Black top 5 coon list, right? Right? All right. Look, man. If y'all got something to say it now, man. Because I'm going to wind this down. I'm going to talk a little longer so niggas can type what they going to type. But I don't give a fuck about his moves, bro. Not at all. Because his moves came from somebody else. The problem is he's a poor student. I see these motherfuckers all the time, bro. I see these motherfuckers all the time. Here's what happens. And this is how you know niggas is raised by all women, right? This is what happens. They treat their life like women treat their sons' lives. I'm saying this shit, man, and I need y'all to peep this, because when I'm saying, man, take heed to what I speak, because what I say is the truth, right? You your mother's son. You always gonna be her baby. You your mother's son, right? And when they start talking about men need to step up and protect women and children, you included, because you children. Until you hit puberty, get some peach fuzz, and get taller than your mama. And then you wanna them niggas. Just that quick. You went from baby boy with no skill set because you had no man training to one of them niggas. And then 2 more years pass. Now you 14, 15 years old. Now that man of the house shit they was talking when you was 3 years old, you the man of the house, but they trying to bring another man in the house to raise you to be the man of the house. All that goofy shit. When you turn 15, then all of a sudden you need to provide. You need to take care of your mother. It don't matter if you sell dope or you play basketball, hoping you go pro so you can buy your mama a house. It don't even matter. You went from child, in one birthday to one of them niggas, and 2 more birthdays to I birthed you, so you owe me some shit. Just that quick. Just that quick. And that's some single mother shit. My mother did that shit. My parents are married. I had to tell my dad, like, yo, get your baby mama. He'd be laughing like, that's your mother. I'm like, nigga, I ain't choose neither one of y'all. You fucked the nigga. Get your baby mama. She out of control, nigga. She out of control. Y'all see me post about my dad all the time. You ain't never seen me post about my mother. Not one time in 11 years. Post about my dad once a month. Think about it. Obvious shit that you never pay attention to. So that's what happens. So then this is what dudes do. So guys feel that by some type of social constraint that somewhere between 18 and 22, now he's a man, right? Because he doesn't feel like a man when his mother saw him as a man when he first grabbed that belt like lady don't hit me, or he first got taller and brought a girl to the crib and didn't ignore her because she said he couldn't have company. That wasn't the point that he became a man, right? Goddamn right. Tyler's gonna Tyler at his motherfucking finest, my G. So that's not when it starts. What happens with men is he get his first little paycheck, that first little 2-week paycheck, and then all of a sudden he's a man with no man training. No man training. The most he had was a mentor that fucked with him at an hour increments. Didn't wake up with him, didn't go to sleep with him. Don't know what girls he liked, don't know his favorite foods. But yeah, I choked that bitch. But anyway, so, and I say that shit often, I choke that bitch, but I choke that bitch. And I'll tell you why. Because she's my toddler. If she whips her children, when they disobey, I'm going to whoop her ass when she disobey. If she put her kids on timeout, I'm going to put her on timeout. Whatever her parenting style is, as the caretaker of her toddler, if you my toddler, I'm going to treat you exactly how. Because that's how girls treat you. All the shit women do for you, they call themselves a good woman, the shit you can do for yourself, the shit that they want. So if they let you use her, she let you use her car, it's because she wants you to buy her a car. If she give you a couple dollars on her income tax, it's because she wants you to make money so you can give that shit back to her 50 times plus. They never do the shit that you need. Maybe I don't need the money. Maybe I need a motherfucker to send e-blast. That's what I need. I need somebody to send e-blast and answer the phone. You ain't gonna do that. But that's what I need. You're gonna do what you feel comfortable with based on what you want me to do for you. Right? So that's just goofy shit. Tyler's Tyler, right? But this is where I'm going with it. So in order to be a man, it goes back to what I said before. It goes back to me chasing Dre, who I always mixed up with Big Stuff. My bad, Big Stuff. I don't call you Dre on many days. But me chasing Dre, then watching Motivated Eric them, then watching Joe them, and going to Detroit and seeing Thomas and Joseph how they got down, and being in the side of the car and listening to these niggas. I'm making a G a day, and these niggas is making like 10 G's a day, and they calling me shorty still, and I'm not realizing I'm 300,000 a year, man. I'm pretty much middle class, but they 8-figure niggas, and they laughing like, you got your little Jeep, you know what I'm saying? You got your little tugboat. Nigga, I was proud of my little 19-footer, bro. This nigga pull out a 54-foot with the basement and shit. Talking about, you got your little tugboat. But ain't nobody else I knew even had a boat. So it behooved me. I'm chasing niggas to be greater. I'm listening to their stories. I'm trying to figure out how to make the moves. I'm trying to figure out how can I get to their status, ignoring that 90% of motherfuckers is under me. Because they don't mean shit. So, dude, whatever. The perfect example of fucking with... So anyway, let me finish this stuff. So the Jason Black thing is simple as this. Jason Black has never studied under a nigga that taught him how to be Jason Black. He just knew some shit, made some posts, y'all made him Jason Black, and then put him on a pedestal for him to learn as he go. I came fully assembled. That's why niggas be like, man, Oak bananas, Oak be on some bullshit, Oak aggressive. Oak is Oak. Jason is learning. Tell you one last story that I'm finna be about. Once upon a time, I used to do like I said, I used to do Western Union money wires, right? And in order to do a Western Union money wire, you have to send the money 50 miles away from the sender, right? So like, I can't be on 79th Street and send somebody a Western Union and they on 35th Street. They be like, nigga, just take it yourself, right? So that was our little lick, doing Western Unions. So I used to send the money either to Kenosha, Wisconsin, or Benton Harbor, Michigan. Those was my two routes. I damn near could be a truck driver. Those my two routes every day. I go up there, I pick up a G, come back home. Matter of fact, I just lied. I'll pick up $980 because over 1,000 it was a whole nother security risk. I'll pick up $980 a day. Sometimes I do 2 trips a day, but normally just one. I'll travel either to Kenosha, Wisconsin, or Benton Harbor, Michigan. Pick up my little $980. I'll have a little runner because I got to put the money in somebody's name. I'll tell them, man, I'll pay you $60, $80, whatever. All you got to do is just ride with me. All you got to do is ride. That's all we're going to do. We're going to ride for an hour. I'm going to give you $80. We're going to ride home. That's it. That's it. Cool. Always easy. Motherfuckers always come through for that, right? $80 just to take a ride with the big homie. All day, every day, right? 2 different occasions. 2 different people. Same week. 2 different people, 2 different days. Took one dude to Benton Harbor, took the other dude to Kenosha. Both, same thing happened. We do the ride. We make it home. I go in the crib to take a shower. Get dressed. Come back outside. Dude got $80. Probably take me an hour to come back outside. Dude got $80. By the time I come outside in an hour, them niggas is broke. One of the dudes had the nerve to ask me for $2 because he was down to $3 and wanted to get a nickel bag of weed. And I'm like, nigga, I just gave you $80 an hour ago. Yeah, man, but you know, I had some money, so I bought some 6-packs for everybody, and then I bought a bottle, and then we were smoking, they ain't had 3 5s then, we got a dub, and blah, blah, blah. So he done nickel and dime buying french fries shit in 1 hour. Blew $77. One dude blew $77 in an hour. The other dude blew the whole 80 in 45 minutes before I turned around on him, because I don't even think I took a shower that day. I just think I'm in the crib for a minute. And I'm like, yo, it's not a money problem. It's not about earning more money. It's about keeping what you earn. It's about having a mentality that I deserve this. I'm straight. To them, it was a come up. To them, it was a blessing. I'm the big homie. I blessed them. I'm the nigga that never talked to nobody. And then when I talk to somebody, I just grab you like, hey, dog, come take a ride with me. I got something for you. I became the dudes I was looking up to when I was a shorty. And they just saw this Free money. Oh my gosh, this was a blessing. He dropped manna from the sky. Because I did everything. It was plug and pop. All you had to do was sign your name. I did all the heavy lifting. You received the benefit. Now, these type of things happen all the time. But I'm pushing forward. I'm praying forward. Because I remember a time in which I was fucked up. And this is a bad story. But shit, that was a bad story. But I was pressing forward because I remember a time in which I used to go to Pete Car Wash. If you're from Chicago, if you don't know about Pete Car Wash, you ain't from the South Side. I went to Pete Car Wash and I washed cars. I was fucked up, bro. I ain't gonna tell you how my money got fucked up because I don't spend shit. I'm cheap as Jews. But my money fucked up. I got robbed by a motherfucker I couldn't get back. So I'm starting all over again. I wash a car. I'm not even good at washing cars. I wash a car. I get $2 a car plus tips. So I made $7 for one car. I'm on the second car. The second car. The dude who car it was saw me and said, "Hey, shorty, you smoke crack?" I said, "Nah, bro." He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm trying to wash cars, earn some money so I can give me a 16th. Start all over again. Pocket full of stone story." He said, "Shorty, gangsters don't wash no motherfucking cars." Told a hype to take my rag. He goes in the car, he pops the trunk. Nigga give me a quarter ounce of work and like a HBCU sweater and a pair of Jordans. It was like, "Shorty, get the fuck up out of here, man. This go earn money like a G. Or go earn money like a man," something to that extent. It's true, straight blessing. He put me back on. He just saw like, okay, shorty willing to work for it. So I know if I give him this, he gonna work it. And he was absolutely motherfucking right. I'll work, man. I was moving the movement. But, what up, cuz? But, so I'll push that same shit forward. What dude could have done, I gave you $80. If you smoke weed, he could have went and spent $45 on a half ounce of weed, bagged it up, had some money to have some weed to sell, some weed to smoke. He said he spent $77 in less than an hour. That's, you can call it nigga shit, but that's nigga shit. That's black shit. That's what motherfuckers do, and then they chase the bag because everybody got a habit. You know what I'm saying? Every man has 2 habits and 1 addiction. Every man. 2 bad habits, 2 habits, period, and 1 addiction. Doesn't matter what your habits are or your addiction. You could be addicted to Jordans. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got two habits, 1 addiction. So when motherfuckers trying to feed their habits and their addiction, they listen to a motherfucker that tell you, "Yo, you can get money. And you can do this on your own, but together we can do it." So we really not a tribe. We just a bunch of individual pieces. We the pawns on the chessboard, right? We all unilateral. You know what I'm saying? That's socialism at its finest. That shit don't work. But not only are we socialists, not only are we all men, and we should all be able to earn, but we all kings. Niggas one king on the board, bro. Plus, we don't live in a monarchy. We live in, you know what I'm saying, a republic. So ain't no kings. All we got is CEOs. That's all we got. We don't have no fucking king system. We have a CEO system. America is a corporation based on the 14th Amendment. America is a corporation. So all we have are corporate mergers. If you're not telling me how to create a corporate merger, or as I call it, to be able to create a tribe and trade with other tribes, the money ain't shit. Niggas make money, lose money every day, B. I've been a 6-figure nigga 3 times. Never made it to 7. Used to hang out with 8-figure niggas. 2 of them dead. One of them in Atlanta. I'll never see him again. One of them in Diamond Bar, California. I'll never see him again. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll see him again. Hopefully. But I doubt it. So the money ain't shit. The money make motherfuckers move around. It's the infrastructure. It's the common cause, the code of conduct, the fact that, man, I was just watching Rosewood, right? A Rosewood review about how all them white boys went down to Rosewood and killed all the niggas. And the sheriff was with them. The sheriff didn't kill anybody, but the sheriff was with the white boys while they killed all the niggas. All the niggas. And nothing happened to them after they killed all the niggas. No jail time, no fair time. The sheriff was their homie. He didn't arrest none of the killers. He right there when they killing all the niggas. And I was looking like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's what I want for my brethren. Not under the racist act, but under the, we in the community, and you doing something that protects your property, but other people don't agree with it. As long as it's in the destruction, the bylaw, do that shit. Do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's no holds barred. There's no rules. Don't worry about what the black people say, because blacks is goofy. The blacks hate everything. Everything. They want you to be the man to step up, but they won't sit down. They want you to take care of kids, but don't discipline them. They want you to be a teacher, but if you say something they don't agree with, they don't listen. They want you to be rich, but once you get rich, they want you to give away all your money to the poor people that in the community you left from. It's just goofy. It's just goofy. You'll never be right as a man, and you'll never be wrong as a woman. It's the goofiest shit. Because there's no order, no structure. Last story, and I'm finna be up, because y'all ain't got shit to say. Last story and be up. My man Rick came through. I don't know if Rick watching this video, but my man Rick come through the crib last night. And I'm talking about how I choke bitches and date rape. And he's looking at me terrified that I'm so comfortable talking about domestic abuse and rape. And I told him, I said, bro, I've raped every girl I've ever been with, according to the girl. It don't matter how long we were in a relationship with, 2 years, how long we fucking around. When she decides to move around, all of a sudden, every activity that we did 3 days a week for the last 64 weeks was rape. That's why I looked at that Bill Cosby shit like, really? Because I go through this shit all the time. I felt raped. They feel raped because I don't kiss. I don't kiss. So no foreplay is rape. What the fuck? Really? Not the naked massage. The naked massage part was cool. All that shit was cool. The fucking, but as soon as I just slid it in because it was already oily, all of a sudden it's rape because I didn't kiss you. Really? All right. I already talked about domestic violence. So we getting into the domestic violence shit, right? And he was talking. He was like, "Yo, Oak, you real comfortable talking about your choke motherfuckers?" And I say, "Man, listen. I have watched women my whole life attack men." And then he started giving his testimony of why he would not hit a woman. He started talking about how he watched his aunt get beat by her boyfriend. I said, yeah, she probably deserved it. He said, well, yeah, she did slap him first and pulled a knife on him and stabbed him a little bit, but he ain't had to beat her like that. Like that? Nigga, she stabbed him. And I'm like, yo, ass whippings don't fall from the sky. Because men don't go around just arbitrarily beating motherfuckers. This is not what we do. Man, woman, Jew, or Gentile. Motherfuckers, there's some weak motherfuckers out here. But the majority of men don't do that shit. Men got the patience of Job. So that shit don't even make sense. What up, Vince? So, we having this whole discussion. And I'm trying to recalibrate his mind, right? Trying to recalibrate his mind on who he is as a man, right? And I told him a story. I said, bro, people tell you, this a random throwaway story though. I said, bro, people told you that all the slave women got raped. I said, let me ask you a question, my G. I said, do you believe that all white people are into bestiality? He said, no. I said, what's the percent of people, of men that you think are into bestiality? He said maybe 1%, maybe a 0.5%. I said, yeah, that sound about right. Maybe a 0.5%. Everybody around here fucking sheep. You know what I'm saying? Fucking goats. I said, man, at that time when slavery was going on, how they rationalized it is by saying that blacks were animals. I said my grandparents were born in 1919 and 1925 respectively. And when they left the South and went to St. Louis first, there were white people literally chasing my grandfather as a boy, trying to pull his pants down because they heard that black people had tails. It is what it is. They really thought that black people were animals, some type of gorilla. I say, man, how many people do you know that go around fucking gorillas? He's like, nobody. I was like, you're right. I say, so to say that all these black chicks was getting raped by people who thought it was bestiality to touch them doesn't make sense. He said, that's right. I say, man, what you know about marriage licenses? He said, man, I know they take care of your shit. I said, man, what if I told you after slavery, so many black women was chasing white men that white women got mad and created marriage licenses just to prevent interracial marriage? Just for 60 years later, another black woman to be with a white man on Loving versus Virginia to get it reversed so she can be with a white man. I was like, dude, so when you tell me that these chicks ain't loyal like they were 50 years ago, I'm asking you, when were they ever loyal? If the first black millionaire woman made an invention on turning black women's hair to white women's hair, when were they ever loyal? When the first Ebony magazine had all red bones on it, when were they ever loyal? When my grandfather's favorite song is, I don't want no jet black woman to fry no meat for me, when they were still doing a paper bag test in the 1910s, where their parents were still slaves. These are first generation of non-slaves, and they doing a paper bag test. You can't get a paper bag if you ain't mixed, so when were they ever loyal? Like, man, you're worshiping a color instead of a tribe. And as long as you worship the color, then anybody of the color would do. All 43 million motherfuckers. Anybody will do. Anybody can infiltrate your camp. Anybody can pass out information to anybody they want to, because it's all inclusive. It's not about being black. I'm gonna prove to y'all it's not about being black. Because based on American law, you're black by the one drop rule, right? One drop rule. If you got one drop of nigger blood, you a nigger, right? Italians ain't niggas. Italians are Italians. They have an Italian culture. The Irish aren't niggas. The Irish are Irish. They got an identifiable culture. The leprechauns were midget black people. That's what the whole St. Patrick thing was doing. He had genocide on these midget pygmy black people that lived in Ireland. That's how you get leprechauns. So they had a strong black community, strong black culture. They all got freckles. They all darker skinned than they British compatriots. They don't call themselves black. Arabs don't call themselves black. Asians don't call themselves black. They all got nigga blood. They all got one drop at least. But they tribed up, created their own culture. Even the Mexicans. Even the motherfucking Mexicans. And I ain't got no problem with the Mexicans. Not no more. But even the Mexicans, bro. They speak Spanish, bro. They got conquered by Spain. The motherfuckers speak Spanish. Yet and still, they created their own culture and move in such a way. They not talking about adios. Every nation in the world has been a slave, bro. Every nation. Genghis Khan took over Russia, nigga. Russia. Set up emissaries there. You know what I'm saying? China's been conquered. You know what I'm saying? India's been conquered. Shit, they just got out of British rule after World War I. Like, everybody's been conquered except Britain. And France has been conquered, but they haven't been occupied. Like, Germany was once all black. They fucked so many white Romans that they turned white. And if you think that's not possible, look at Drake's son. Look at Drake's son. You know what I'm saying? Drake a little half-breed mutt, mess with a white girl, son look white. So they can fuck their way back white, bro. Don't think this black shit permanent. But everybody got one drop, and everybody still moves back, dictated by their culture. And all their cultures are dictated by patriarchy. All of them. Except yours. That's why you begging and crying and marching, doing protest parades and shit. Listen to niggas that's trying to tell you to get yours and do you. And if you do you, then some chick will listen to you because you got money. That's never worked. Didn't work for Jeff Bezos. Didn't work for Prince Harry. Didn't work for Michael Jordan. Didn't work for Tiger Woods. Ain't work for no rich nigga. They just say half. And the kids. And 2 cars. Didn't work for Dwayne Wade. Regardless of how his little son turned out. It worked out for him. It don't work. Having money and having no structure or no influence to discipline anybody, it don't work. Money ain't shit. It ain't shit, bro. Not in the scheme. I mean, it's important, but that ain't everything. Especially when the whole point of motherfucker telling you to get money is to get a bitch. Get a bitch? What? Anyway, man. Look, I'm gonna let y'all chase love, because apparently 3 generations of matriarchy, all those nurturers, and everybody still need a hug, because it's less love than it ever was from the motherfuckers that's supposed to be the most loving caregivers. So I'm gonna let y'all chase this love, man. Let y'all chase this pussy. Let y'all chase these niggas that's telling you how to get money to chase this pussy. And I'm gonna find 50 dudes, 50 men. I don't give a fuck what race they are. 50 men who operate as men. Get them rich. Anyway, love each other as you love yourself. Feed. Tell this nigga he owe me a public apology. And feed the pack.